All right. Okay, so quickly, I know we're kind of running out of time. This is John Wright. He's the crew chief. He's been working on a display for 7 years. You know, I always say, yes, you know, that I consider this a work of art, and it's all due to John and his crew that take painstaking detail to install this. This is all put up by hand. There's not a strand of lights on these buildings that's more than 50 bulbs long. Everything is LED this year, which has really cut down on our power consumption tremendously. And it really is a labor of love for the crew. And, you know, all the credit for how beautiful this looks really goes to the crew. You know, quickly, we'll open it up to any questions. And there's some microphones here. Quickly, we can go and get a question.
I talk right into the mic.
Are any of the lights here the original ones?
No, we don't have any of the original ones left from 95. We have to recycle them every few years. They do kind of fade on us, so we have to maintain.
But the one thing you have to understand is that globe, that peace on earth, those angels, all the figurines, the Santa, the tree, this, even the pole itself, you know, the twirling carousels, all the figurines that you see here are from the original display. We've had to, over 14 years, rewrote all that type of stuff. But everything is basically the way it was, is part of the original display. And that red canopy, his circular driveway, he had a red canopy around the entire driveway.
You're back a little bit, so talk right into the mic.
How much do you add each year? Do you add another set of globe or figurines, or do you add a little bit more to make it extra special? Or
We do, it's the same, we bound by the area that we have, so every year it's the same buildings, but every year we try and add special touches here and there. We try to do something different every year. The cat, for instance, goes into a different location every year.
I don't know if you all know the story about the cat that's here. There's a purple cat. When we unloaded the truck originally back in 1995, there was this purple cat with this arched back and everything. I said, this doesn't seem very Christmassy. And I called up Jennings and I said, Jennings, you know, it's funny, it's here, we're unloading the truck, and we found this cat. And he goes, oh, that accidentally got on the truck. That's from my Halloween display. So the crew said, great. They hide it in the display every year. So it's somewhere in this display. You'd have to go around. They move it to a different spot every year. We put up different hidden Mickeys every year. We change the color of different buildings. This building, look at it. You see it's double twinked. It can be blue, it can be red. The bank building down there is double twinked. There's another building up this way, right? The boutique. The boutique, as we call it, is double twinked, so it'll change colors. So every year we do something different like that.
Fabulous.
Any other questions?
how many computers does it take around this, and how long did it take to reprogram and move it to New York Street?
Initially, it took about 8 weeks of programming to do 3 songs, our original 3 songs. Then we added a song each year after that to get to the 5 that we're at now. 8 weeks of programming. It takes about 13 weeks for us to put up all the lights and the electric cables.
But as far as computers, it's just one light board.
It's one light board. It's an IPC hog, which is basically a hog 3, light consoles with it.
You know, when we were trying to figure out how to get the lights to dim, we were going to bring in theatrical dimmers, but that was going to be very expensive. When we found these relays, correct me if I'm wrong, they're step relays that actually go from 0 to 100, and there's over 1,000 of them.
We have over 1,200 dimmable circuits.
There's 1,200 dimmable circuits around the entire display here. It's kind of a proprietary, it's a one-of-a-kind kind of dimming system that we use to make the lights dance. Questions?
You mentioned hidden Mickeys. Could you point me them out for us?
Can you point out a hidden Mickey for me?
Okay, probably the best hidden Mickey that we did this year is actually on the boutique. If you go to the boutique, the blue and purple building right here, look up under the center window and you'll see a hidden Mickey under there that is actually 2, because it can change colors.
If you go around the corner in the train, which was one of the original pieces from the Osbourne display that has Mickey on it, he actually had Mickey waving on the train. And you look up in the smoke, there's a hidden Mickey up in the smoke of the train.
Also, right behind you here on the fireplace, there's a hidden Mickey in the fireplace.
In the fire, yes, there's a hidden Mickey in the fire. So, you know, like I say, we give the crew permission to have fun, to be creative. They come up with where to put the hidden Mickeys. They come up with some of the crazy ideas, the basketball net, and the tribute to barbecuing around the corner, which Mr. Osbourne loves to do. So, I think we're almost running out of time here. I think we have some housekeeping announcement that has to be made. And then we're going to play some music and we'll let them dance for a little bit and you'll be free to wander for just a few minutes.
Thank you so much, John and John. Hi, thanks for coming to my party. I don't know if you're all as exhausted as I am, but this was just an awesome day. Really happy. Just a few housekeeping things. Those of you who are going to Dreams Unlimited, and those of you who are, know who you are, you're going to meet under the Honey I Shrunk the Audience marquee, and you'll be escorted to that. Don't lose your credential. Everyone knows what happens if you lose your credential. It's not pretty, and don't we remind you. And there's another housekeeping thing. That's it. Well, we go. Those of you who are staying at Epcot resorts, raise your hands. Anyone at the Epcot resorts who's going to be? All right. So anyone who's going to the Epcot resorts, you're going to find Mary right there, who's raising her hand as you're going to exit. We are going to have a bus that's going to drop everyone. First, everyone's going to get dropped off at Epcot, the main entrance, and then we're going to do a run to the beach club, so anyone who's staying at Epcot resort can then get to their resort from there. And now I hand the mic over to the fairy godmother of D23, Becky Hunt.
Well, thank you guys. Thank you for a wonderful day. I was so excited to get to meet so many of you, and I decided it was really unfair that we get to wear name tags. So you all know me, but I need to remember all of your names. So you're going to have to remind me tomorrow when I see you again. So speaking of tomorrow, I wanted to remind you we're going to meet tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock at the Diamond Horseshoe at Magic Kingdom. So I'll see you there. We'll start the second day of this extravaganza. And I also wanted to remind you not to forget, as with every good event, there's a little present for you at the end of it. So please make sure you get your little gift on the way out and take the right bus. So I will see you all tomorrow. And Merry Christmas and enjoy the lights.
Mary just has to remind everyone, we say 11 o'clock at the Diamond Horseshoe, please be there at 11 o'clock. There's a little presentation that's happening right at that time, or shortly thereafter. You're not going to want to miss it. Becky will be doing a can. I already gave it out. So be there at 11, please. Don't be there at 11:30 or 11:45. And what are we all bringing?
Credentials.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Credentials!
Thank you. That's the magic I was looking for.
Good!
Good night.